Let us engage in a brief exercise of speculation. If, perchance, our sun were to abruptly extinguish its luminosity even for the span of an hour, a month, or a complete year, what repercussions would befall humanity? As the ultimate particles composing the solar wind journey towards Earth alongside the final photons emitted by our stellar entity, an inconspicuous truth remains concealed: the heart of our solar system has ceased its vital operations. Subsequently, after a mere 8 to 9 minutes, the sky undergoes an abrupt transformation, veiled in an enveloping darkness. A profound obscurity blankets the entirety of our planet, regardless of whether it is the somber depths of midnight or the radiant noontide at one's location. The distinction becomes immediately apparent. The celestial bodies, now distinctly visible against the inky backdrop of the firmament, usurp the absence of our erstwhile sun. The moon, bereft of any sunlight to reflect, vanishes entirely from sight. Just before the onset of this all-encompassing darkness, the spectacle of vibrant northern lights may briefly grace the sky, a consequence of alterations in the Earth's magnetic field and disruptions in the ionosphere. Yet, the most dire consequence of all manifests in the complete and utter cessation of the photosynthetic process, leading to a dearth of oxygen production by plants and cyanobacteria. Such a predicament shall undoubtedly present considerable challenges for all living beings. As the hour elapses, an atmosphere of genuine panic descends upon the Earth's diurnal hemisphere. Across the globe, power failures and communication breakdowns become ubiquitous. Temperatures experience a precipitous drop of several degrees, initiating a gradual cooling of the Earth's surface. Nonetheless, the planet's molten core ensures a continuing source of internal heat. A full day transpires, yet dawn remains elusive, and the ensuing pandemonium and chaos grip the entire world. The governing authorities find themselves with scant control over the unfolding situation. Mankind strives to comprehend the bewildering turn of events while grappling with widespread electricity and water supply disruptions. Surface temperatures plummet to a range between 5 degrees to 7 degrees Celsius, equivalent to approximately 41 degrees to 45 degrees Fahrenheit, signifying a decrease of approximately 15 degrees to 20 degrees Celsius, or 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Certain plant species and microorganisms commence their demise, succumbing to the cold or lack of illumination. Meanwhile, denizens of the ocean experience minimal alterations in their surroundings. After the passage of 7 days, darkness persists. The average temperature on Earth now stands at a frigid -17 degrees Celsius, or around 1 degree Fahrenheit. In regions characterized by tectonic faults, residual warmth remains, courtesy of geothermal energy preventing the surface from freezing over. The majority of plant life has succumbed to the harsh conditions, be it the cold or absence of light. Herbivorous creatures and those reliant on warmth also begin to perish. Within the oceanic realm, phytoplankton populations undergo a decline, their existence imperiled by the cold, while the ocean's surface gradually transforms into a frozen expanse. By this juncture, scientists and concerned individuals alike have discerned the nature of this catastrophic event, hastening to establish and equip shelters as a means of survival. After a mere month has passed, a noticeable trend emerges: the Earth's temperature is steadily declining. The surface now registers an average of -30 degrees Celsius, equivalent to -22 degrees Fahrenheit, as a chilling reminder of this shift. A pervasive layer of ice envelopes nearly the entirety of our planet, leaving only a small fraction untouched. Tragically, the majority of plant life, including vital cyanobacteria, has succumbed to the harsh conditions. While some species of trees, particularly conifers, manage to cling to life, their ability to produce oxygen falters due to the scarcity of sunlight. This catastrophic event has claimed the lives of countless organisms except for a resilient few. Remarkably, certain bacteria continue their life-sustaining activities unabated. These survivors now find solace in the vicinity of geothermal springs and underwater realms, the last vestiges of vitality on Earth. Intriguingly, the icy layer atop the ocean surface somewhat hampers the rapid cooling process, affording a temporary respite to these resilient organisms. Furthermore, in areas characterized by oceanic tectonic faults and geothermal sources, warm water persists, nurtured by nature's own warmth. However, even in the vast expanses of the ocean, the unfolding of a mass extinction event is underway. As a year elapses, the Earth and its oceans succumb entirely to an insulating layer of ice. Professor David Stevenson of Caltech postulates that the surface temperature will plummet to approximately -40 degrees Celsius, an equivalent measure in Fahrenheit. Life, in any recognizable form, can now only be found in the profound depths of the ocean, or perhaps in select human communities situated in regions abundant in geothermal activity, such as Iceland. Professor Stevenson forecasts a continuation of this cooling process for several millennia until the surface temperature reaches a staggering -160 degrees Celsius, corresponding to approximately -256 degrees Fahrenheit. At this point, the prospect of life as we know it becomes utterly untenable. Additionally, the gravitational force exerted by the sun necessitates consideration. It seems improbable that the sun's cessation would occur without the relinquishment of its gravitational pull, thereby propelling planets and celestial bodies into the vast expanses of space. Consequently, these celestial wanderers may collide with one another or become subjected to the whims of asteroids, comets, and radiation. In the case of our beloved Earth, it may venture into deep space, vulnerable to these cosmic hazards or potentially ensnared by the gravitational pull of a black hole. Although there exists a remote likelihood that, after traversing the cosmos for eons, the Earth could integrate into another stellar system and discover a new source of sustenance, it is crucial to acknowledge that this scenario remains purely speculative. A mere thought experiment. Meanwhile, the true destiny of our star unfolds over the course of countless billions of years. In a couple of billion years, the sun will undergo a transformative metamorphosis, transitioning into a red giant. Its expansion will engulf Mercury and Venus, while Earth and Mars will be subjected to scorching temperatures reaching several thousand degrees. Ultimately, after 5 billion years, the sun will undergo a cataclysmic explosion, shedding its outer layers and leaving behind a cooling stellar core at the center of the solar system. This remnant, known as a white dwarf, will become the focal point around which the remnants of our solar system continue to orbit. The fate of humankind, however, remains uncertain. Hopefully, by that distant future, we will have mastered the art of interstellar travel, enabling us to explore other planets and star systems. Yet, this narrative belongs to another time, another discussion. Do subscribe to my channel for more videos on answering life-innocent questions.